Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM, Thursday, August 21st, exactly 1 week and, I don't know, 9.5 hours before Missouri opens the season against Central Arkansas. We got the news yesterday that both Beau Pribula and Sam Horn are going to play in that game. Not shocking. I mean, the way that Eli Drinkwitz had talked on Tuesday, I thought it was possible he would name a starter. On Wednesday, he didn't. He said he wants to see them both play in a game. And you know what? I had my reaction to that yesterday. So I don't want to rehash all of that. Instead, what I want to do today is talk about your reaction. And by you, I don't mean you individually. I mean the fan base as a whole. And I think it's pretty split. I think about 50% of people are saying, yeah, this doesn't surprise me. This is what I expected. No reason to do anything different. Cool, let's move on. And the other 50% are, I cannot tell you how many times in the last 24 hours someone has told me, or really in the last 3 weeks, someone has said, if you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. And look, I know that's a thing that was said in like 1976. And I think it was more true then than it is now. A lot of teams have two quarterbacks. Some teams have three. Ohio State won a national title with the third stringer years and years ago. Now, look, I'm not saying Missouri has Ohio State's roster, and I'm not saying that Beau Pribula and Sam Horn are, Cardale Jones and whoever the two guys were in front of him that got hurt. But we don't know that they're not either. I don't think for the segment of people, and I want to be careful not to judge things too much on message boards and social media, because those tend to be the most reactionary and honestly most negative people. And that's not an insult to anybody. It's just a fact of what those mediums are. So I want to be careful not to generalize the entire fan base's reaction as that. But for those who are having this is terrible news. He can't pick anybody. He's screwing up the quarterback. Look, I'm not going to change your mind, but there's really no proof of that. I don't know. We don't know any more or less about Sam Horn and Beau Pribula than we did 3 weeks ago. And it has always been a question mark for Missouri. And I don't know. I guess for some people, it would make you feel better if he had seen a guy that was clearly the better option in fall camp. But that doesn't necessarily mean that guy would have been good. That guy could have been a decent quarterback and the other guy was horrible. And so he went with the guy that was decent. Whereas now, look, it is still possible that he just has two guys that are playing really well. The more I think about this, the more I think he actually isn't sure which direction he's going to go. I've leaned probably 60-40 Beau Pribula most of fall camp. I don't think I've really changed that. But I am open to the idea that Sam Horn has played well enough to not only make this a competition, but to win the job. I do think that is a possibility. And so all I'm saying is maybe be open to that possibility. Maybe not naming a starter does not have to mean catastrophe for Missouri at the quarterback position. And we're not going to find out next Thursday either. We'll find out a little bit September 6th. I think we really find out September 20th against South Carolina if Missouri has, two quarterbacks, one quarterback, or no quarterbacks. And all of those are possible. But I think it's going to be really another month before we know that. 1 month from today is the morning after Missouri plays South Carolina. I'll give you my answer then, what I think about Missouri's quarterback situation. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Lots of stuff on the channel this week. Lots of stuff over on the website, including my season prediction that you're going to have to subscribe to read. I go game by game, little humor in there, hopefully a little bit of analysis. Hope you guys check that out. 50% off your first year. That's only going to last another few days. So if you haven't done it yet, hope you go over and do it. Join us at Power Mizzou. Appreciate you being here. Like, comment, do all the things that help the channel out. It really does help spread what we're doing to more people, and that's the goal. So we will talk to you tomorrow morning.